Anyone have doubt from the last classes? What is the nature of personality? Miss Anita ji. Manoj sir. Rajdeep sir. Usha ma'am.
Now, it's a combination of physical and psychological characteristics, and it's a dynamic organization where there's a consistent behavior in the personality, and the person tries to adjust with the surroundings. The person has a uniqueness which is different from the others, and personality is a sum total of all the qualities and traits that form the personality. There would be a persistency, like a determination to achieve, will be sociable, and also would be goal oriented.
Very good. Okay. So today we will discuss the types of personality development according to Sigmund Freud. So according to Sigmund Freud, he gave the name of psychosocial. He gave the name to personality development, or his diagram as the psychosexual stages. So Sigmund Freud gave the psychosexual stages of personality development. He believes that personality develops only from birth to beyond puberty is. Means mainly our personality develop in our starting phase of our life, 25 to 30. Okay. The 5 main stages of Freud's theory of personality development are oral, anal, phallic, latency, genital. This is the same sequence you will have to learn: oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genital stage. And you must learn their age range also. Oral stage is from birth to 1 year old, anal stage from 2 to 3 years old, phallic stage 3 to 6 years, and latency stage 6 years to puberty, and genital stage is beyond puberty. Okay. So what happens at this stage? In oral stage, what happens? Child derive pleasure from oral activities, including sucking and tasting. They like to put things in their mouth. Every time, everything they see, they want them and just sucking them, swallow them. Because they are oriented with oral activities. They get pleasure from oral activities. Okay. So oral stage means this range is 0 to 1, birth to 1 year old, and in this stage, children derives pleasure from oral activities. They get pleasure from oral activities. Every time they get something in their mouth. Okay. Next is, if they, okay, please just wait for 1 minute. Sorry for this one. So it is clear to our first stage is oral stage. Next is anal stage. This is 2 to 3 years old. Children begin potty training. So in this stage, children starts potty training. As they can hold they start to understand that this we should hold it or otherwise relax it. Okay, relax the anal region. So they get the potty training in this stage. Next is phallic stage. Boys are more attached to their mother while girls are more attached to their father. They go to opposite sex, but they had no any attraction, that type of attraction which are in boys and boyfriend and girlfriend. These are simple attraction to the opposite gender. They feel more comfortable. They are they give more trust on other opposite gender. Okay, they feel more comfortable with other gender. So this is phallic stage. Next is latency stage. It means children spend more time and interact mostly with same sex peers. Same sex peers. Boys are playing or studying with the same sex, with their friend boys also. And girls are girls with girls. Okay. So they eat or talk or play with the same gender. Okay, they feel more comfortable in with them. And in genital stage, individuals are attracted to opposite sex peers. Okay, male person are more attracted to female, and female are more attracted to male. Okay, so this is genital stage. These are 5 stages, and at every stage something is happen, and we derive a special personality or special quality, special thing which makes our personality. Okay, in oral stage we get the oral activities, in anal stage we get the potty training, and in phallic stage the we go to opposite gender, we believe on onto opposite gender. In latency stage we feel comfortable with same sex peers, and in genital stage we attract to opposite sex gender, opposite sex. Okay, this is the simple uh, um, diagram, or we can say psychosexual stages found by Sigmund Freud. In exam, direct question can ask psychosexual stages of personality development is given by Sigmund Freud. And next question is Sigmund Freud gave the personality developed which is known as psychosexual stages. Next question is put all the stages in same line or in sequence: oral, anal, phallic, latency, genital. Okay. Next question is what the age range of phallic stage in psychosexual stages of Sigmund Freud? This is the age range. What happens at the phallic stage? What happens at the latency stage? I had remember after COVID, in 2021, the exam held of NET JRF in yoga. Then from this, one question I had asked. Then that the what is a complete sequence of this psychosexual stages. Okay. Now tell me, anyone have any doubt or repeat, or should we move?
Clear,
Go
ma'am.
ahead.
Okay, this is I found some blurred. I think this is uh, this slide is some blurred. Okay, but please try. I will change it. Okay. So this is erection's psychosocial stages. This is the another theory of personality development by given by Erickson. And the name of personality development theory by Erickson is psychosocial stages. He defined a complete life in psychosocial stages. His means he want to mention that in our whole life we experience something and we get something, and that at every point of time, at every point of age, we get something. We get both things in positive or in negative. It depends on our environment or on our seeking quality. If we get this, otherwise we get this. Okay, so there is a complete 8 stages of psychosocial stages of addiction. You must learn the complete sequence of the stage. Okay. So first is infancy stage. Infancy stage is 0 to 1 year. You should mention in your notes from separately from starting point that infancy, the age is birth to 1 year, early childhood 1 to 3 years, play age 3 to 6 years, school age 7 to 11 years, adolescent 12 to 18, early adulthood 19 to 29, middle age 30 to 64 years, and old age 65 onward. Okay, so what is basic conflict in these stages? We will study. So first is trust vs mistrust. And what's the virtue? Hope. So in first stage, infancy stage, what is happened? Trust build up. Trust or mistrust build up. That's trust that basic needs such as nourishment and affection will be met. Okay, you can understand this that in this level, in this stage, mother always milk feeding to their baby. Okay, so every time if baby found everything at the as he want, as the baby wants, like as baby uh, want to eat something, want to drink something, or get something, anything, and he get at that time full support from everyone. Okay, playing with others, playing with or playing with all games, anything. If he get all things, then it means it he gets the baby gets trust. Otherwise, if mother did not give them milk feeding well, then they get mistrust. They develop mistrust. Okay, so in infancy stage, trust, otherwise mistrust happens or develop at this stage. If baby gets uh, milk feeding, well behavior from all, happiness, enjoying, playing, so the trust will be developed. Otherwise, mistrust. Okay. Next is early childhood. After infancy, early childhood is him. It's year 1 to 3 years. Means autonomy vs shame or doubt. And the virtue is will. power to do. Okay. So in what is happening in early childhood? In early childhood, baby or child want to do every task by themselves. Okay. They want to do everything by themselves. They want to bath by themselves, by own. They always talk them that I don't need anyone. I do the every work by myself. I eat by myself. This type of, if they get every point of time, if they get that that confidence, or we can say that allowance that you can do. Okay, some parents uh, say that you can do. Okay, or we can say leave them that you can do, and some are no. So autonomy will be developed if they feel comfortable or independency in every task, then autonomy will develop. Otherwise, shame or doubt will be developed. Okay. So what is happened in early childhood? Autonomy developed. The independency of doing work is developed. If parents or neighbors, mainly parents, mainly family, full support to do or to do independency in every task. Okay, then autonomy will develop. Otherwise, shame or doubt will develop. If family are not support him or not giving him independency in any task, then shame doubt will happen. Next is play age. Play age is 3 to 6 years. Initiative vs guilt. Basic conflict is initiative vs guilt. In this stage, the child initiative on some activities every time in school, in outer surrounding, in playing in ground. They always initiative for some activities. Okay, and everyone is support him to do this activity, or he get fully support from everyone, and his task is completed. Will complete, then his initiative is developed. Okay, otherwise his guilt is developed. If he success, if baby is success, if child is success in every point by supporting everyone, by teacher, by parents, family, so initiative will be developed in this stage. Otherwise, guilt. Okay, and what is the virtue? Purpose. Purpose is the virtue in this stage, play age. Description: take initiative on some activities, may develop a guilt when unsuccessful or boundaries overstepped. Okay, they develop guilt if they cannot uh, cross the boundaries. Okay, if they cross or get successful or support to everyone, then initiative will develop. Next is school age, 7 to 11 years. Industry versus inferiority, and virtue is competence. In this area, develop self-confidence in abilities when competent, or sense of inferiority. It means school is going to school, okay, and every time teacher or in class they get some task, and if teacher are very supportive to him, if teacher are very supportive, and every time they children is um, completed their task, okay, so it becomes their leadership quality, industrial quality, okay, it develops their self confidence that they can do this work, they can do this work. The feeling of confidence, feeling of competition occur in this industrial. Otherwise, inferiority complex can come if they are not feel competition or self confidence by teacher. He is not get full support. Then the child get inferior. Okay, inferior. He think that I cannot do anything, or if I will do, then no will support me. This type. Next is adolescence, 12 to 18 years. Identity vs confusion. And please give me one second. Please. Next is virtuous fidelity. Fidelity. Okay, description. Experiment with and develop identity and roles. In this stage, child select their roles, their idols. That I want to become pilot, I want to become navy officer, police, army. Okay, every time. And if they are not get the special identity, then they get confusion. If they are not fully supported or guidance or not have clear aim, then they got confusion. Okay, so it's a stage of adolescence, 12 to 18 years. Here, the child fixes their identity, make their identity, that I want to become like this. Okay. Next is early adulthood. Early adulthood, 19 to 29 years. Intimacy with isolation. If you get a good partner, or the partner who is believable, or is always together with you, always help you, care you, or you get success, motivation in your work, in your relationship, then you get intimacy. Otherwise, you go in isolation. You think that no one is with me, I can only do all things, no one support me, no one came to me for friendship, for relationship, like this. And virtue love is developed in this stage. Okay, establish intimacy and relationship with others. Next is middle age, 30 to 64 years. Generativity and stagnation. This is the age of 30 to 64, or we can say 35 to 65. Care is developed. In this, we contribute to society and be a part of a family. We will always care to our society, our family, our business, our small children's, okay, our society, what is happening there, how can we help them to uplift So generativity is developed there. And if otherwise we can't do this, we could not do this, then stagnation is developed. If our or before all the stages we had get the good basic conflicts, okay, so then in middle stage we get the generativity, because before all times we get all love, competition, purpose, willpower, hope. So in this stage we get generativity, or it means we contribute to society, love, care, respect will give. Okay. Otherwise we live or guilt in stagnation. Next is old age, above 65. This is integrity versus despair. And it gives virtuous wisdom. We get wisdom. The feeling of happiness, enjoying, is developed in this stage. Means we think that we got complete life, we did our job regularly, properly. What we had job, what we will have to do, we did that work. So we are fully satisfied with our life. So it means integrity is developed. Otherwise, despair means we did not do anything in our life, and this life is very boring for me, and we did not get care from anyone, love. Okay, so the wisdom, the despair will be developed. Otherwise, integrity. We get to know the sense of life. We can make the sense of life, what is life, and this life is very beautiful. Always be positive. We would be positive in this stage, integrity. Okay, or we can say that after reaching in this stage, we start worshipping or more believe on God, this type of thing. Okay, this is the, we can say, positive. Okay, so this is the 8th stage of addiction. It is known as psychosocial. In exam, they can ask question and make it sequence wise. Okay, one question is. Next is, what's the fourth stage, 5th stage, 6th stage, and what's the age range? They can ask, what is the first stage or basic conflict? What is trust and mistrust? Autonomy and shame. What's the old stage? Last stage develops integrity is despair. They can ask like this question. Okay. Anyone have doubt? Or I repeat any point?
No, ma'am.
I did not go in deep, very deep. Okay. I just clear to you all that this stage is defining this. Okay. It means this. And in exam also, they are not going deep. The main thing is to learn that there are 8 stages and what's the condition of all stages, what we will get, positively or negatively. If at that time, like in infancy, our trust builds up. If we get all things on the time, our trust build up. Otherwise, mistrust develop. If we did not get milk exactly or child exactly, then the mistrust develop for their whole life. Okay, so the psychosocial stages of addiction is the complete stages of whole life. This personality is making or running with whole life. Okay. In whole life, we build up our stages, personality stages. Next is same Erikson stage of psychosocial development. What's the reason to okay, this is same, complete same. Okay. Approximate age, and this is the psychosocial crisis and task and virtue developed. It's the same slide. Okay. So this is complete the personality and personality development. Okay, stages of personality development.
Ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, now anyone have asked? Yes, yes.
Ma'am, I have one. I received one question, ma'am, in June 19. I will read that question, ma'am. Who is the father of psychoanalytical theory of personality? The
Sigmund Freud.
psychoanalytical theory means
Both are the same.
okay. Both means social or that
Sexual analysis and sexual both relate to Freud.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Analysis and sexual both related with Sigmund Freud.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Next
Another
is
one question.
yes.
Profounded the hierarchical model means that also that will comes under which, ma'am?
Hierarchical from
Maslow, I think.
Maslow. We will
Yeah,
study
Maslow.
after that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
The hierarchical model complete like this. First, second, third, fourth, fifth stage.
Okay, ma'am.
In first stage, we will get the basic need, and second is more family like this. Okay, we will study this. Okay. Next is cognitive psychology. We'll study. So in cognitive psychology, in our syllabus, what is mentioned? Sensation, perception, attention, memory, learning, thinking. These are mentioned in our syllabus, and we just we will study in not going deep. Just understand their definition. What are they saying, and what's the process? Okay, what's the process of sensation? What's the process of perception? How we get perception? So next is this cognitive psychology. It's the branch of psychology dedicating to study how people think. Okay, in this interaction of thinking, emotions, creativity, and problem-solving abilities affect. Okay, these all are affect in cognitive psychology. Cognitive processes are all those higher level of functions of brain. Higher level of functions of brain like sensation, perception, attention, learning. These are higher functions of brain. And cognitive comes from Latin word cognitive, important, which means apprehend or understand. This is very important point. Cognitive processes. Cognitive. These are those activities in which a person is expert from initial stage of life. Okay, now it means someone is swimming or dancing by birth. By birth means they don't need special training. Okay, they had genetic factor. We can say if in a family member, mother or father is both are dancer, then somehow the babies also get interest or somehow they had baby has some quality of easily getting these. Okay, it means baby is expert from initial stage of life. Okay, so this it means cognitive process. Are you getting? Repeat again. Yes. Cognitive processes are those processes or those activities in which a person is expert from initial stage of life. Okay, should we move?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is sensation. First is sensation. According to Robert Baroon, sensation is an input about the physical world. Input about the physical world provided by sensory receptors. Sensation is provided by sensory receptors. Information through 5 sense organs. So we get sensation from which 5 organs, or from where we get sensation in our body. From these 5 sense organs we get sensation. Stimulus, what is stimulus? An action or condition that provokes a response. That's the stimulus, and stimulus plays an important role in sensation. Okay, and what is the process of sensation? This is important. First, we detect information. And information we detect from in our body. The second is encoding the information. That information encode in the pattern or in manner where mind can understand or brain can understand. Okay, so firstly we detect information and encode the information for so that they can understanding, or we can say understanding by, or give the response by brain. So neural it makes neural signals or electrical signals, then go to thalamus. Thalamus receive it and go up to cortex level, sensory area, sensory receptors. These cells are specialized to detect particular stimuli. Okay, so we can say that a person is here, okay, and they hear something, a loud noise. Okay, then first is he detect the information from their ear, from his ear. One thing is encoding the information. That information is encoded in form of electrical signals, neural signals. Okay, next is that signals go into their thalamus area. First of all, thalamus area, then go up to cortex level. Okay, here is thalamus from down and cortex is above, the upper higher level. Sensory area, cortex area, that's up to only. This is the complete process. We will not think about the response. This is the sensation, the main difference between sensation and perception. In sensation, you do not require response. The last process is cortex. The information go up to cortex area. Okay. Understand? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these are the characteristics of sensation. What we will get? Quality. We can understand hot, cold, red, blue, color, sweet, salty, intensity, loud voice, light threshold, and duration, time, specific stimulus, like tongue for taste, eyes for light. Okay, these are specific stimulus. So these are simple. You know that these are characteristics of sensation. We can hear from our ear, we can get any look from or seen by eyes. Okay, so these are very understandable. Next is perception. This is very important, very important. Perception is an intellectual process. This is an intellectual process of transforming sensory stimuli to meaningful information. In sensation, no requirement of meaningful information coming to the, or we can say response. But in perception, requires meaningful information. We will, after the information, we will definitely give some information. Are you understanding? If we will get something, if we are starting to perception, then we give some theory, something to why, in what way I understand this. Okay, it is the process of interpreting something that we see or hear. Like this person, he is perceived that this is 6. Okay, he is right, but he perceived this 9. So he is also right. So perception can change person to person. Okay. Perception is the organizing process by which interpret our sensory input. In case of perception, we process information and make out the meaning of stimuli. Make out the meaning of stimuli. Always we give the meaning of stimuli. Everyone has different perception. Okay. Next is divided into 6 types: sound, touch, speech, taste, and other senses, sensation felt
Madhu
in
ma'am,
throat,
can you go
abdomen,
back?
balance, pain, balance.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes,
Can you go back to the previous slide, ma'am?
yes. So perception is like everyone have different perceptions and they interpret. Main thing is intellectual process. Perception is intellectual process. Okay? Anyone have doubt till now? Should we move? Okay. So, of the social world, it permits people to understand other individual and groups of their social world. We know that in perception, this is the main process of intellectual, interpret process. So, it permits people to understand other individuals and groups of their social world. Okay. And these all sense organs also. Other senses like sensation in throat, abdomen, pain, balance. These are also the sensations which we feel in our perception. These are other senses which we will give and give some response like we are feeling, I am feeling cramp, I am feeling headache. So this is perception. Okay. Something some says that I had this type of pain, some said that I had this type of pain. So this is different. Everyone has different pain and they are describing in different way. I have tickling sensation, this type of sensation. So this is perception. If we are giving some information, interpret with us, interpret with themselves. So that is perception. Factors influencing perception. So what's the factors which influencing perception? So factors in the perceiver who perceive, factors in the target, and factors in the situation. This all by that perception can affect. What's the perceiver attitude, motivates, what's his behavior, experience, expectation. So they can perceive, he or she can perceive in that way. If target is different, sound, size, background, motion, so perception can change. Okay. And situation also, what's the time, what's the work setting. Like if the we have two balls. First ball is like this and other is like this. And we know this is more easy to handle or easy to play. So we can understand that this must be ball. It's our perception. Why? Because size is matter. Okay. Size, color, sound, these all are matter for perception. We go for easy way. What's our past experience? What's our expectation? We will go in that way. Okay. Okay. Anyone have doubt? And last is factors in the situation. Time, work setting. If we had two balls and one is fastly moved nearly 5 minutes and one is only up to 1 minute, and then we will definitely like which is more working. Okay, so our more focus go in that type of thing or situation. Okay, next is on to next perceptual process. This is very, very important. Process of perception. Receiving something, that he is receiving, that this is something. Okay. Then selecting. If there are so much things there, then he is selecting only this. Only. Okay. And organizing. Now, person is organizing that this is something which is in front of me, and it is like a mathematical something. Okay, organizing in their mind, then interpreting. What is it? It is any Hindi word or English word or in a mathematical number. So he interpret and then give response that this is 6. Okay, so first is receive, select, what would I had to learn, what would I had to get information. He or she select and that organize in correct manner, then interpret, and in last give the response. Okay, this is the complete process of perception. In simple word, we can also say from here perceptual input, perceptual process, and perceptual output. Okay, perceptual output we can see by in our behavior, attitude, emotion, values. We can see our output like this. And perceptual input are sensation. Okay, perceptual input are sensation. And process, it means here are our intellectual, interpret. We are selecting, organizing, and interpreting. These are in our mind. What are selecting, what are organizing and interpreting. And then gives the response. Okay. Now you are getting the difference also, that what is the sensation. Sensation is only up to when we get some input. Okay, not interpreting. And in perception, we get intellectual interpretation. In exam, question can ask the difference between perception and sensation. So you had to understand this. Okay. Should we move? I think time is over. Okay. So this is I think the last slide for today. Sensation versus perception. You can also go through it. This is very general, and you had learned this. Okay. Understand this. Sensation and perception. Sensation is process of receiving information. Only receiving information via 5 senses, which can then be experienced and interpreted by the brain. And process of interpreting the information acquired through the 5 senses accordingly. We can also say brain is working in this perception. Okay. And this is experienced and interpreted by the brain. I don't know, these both are saying same. Okay, next. Source is the stimuli obtained from sensory organ. Okay. Source is the information sent to the brain through the sensation. Here you can see source as the information sent to the brain through the sensation. Through the sensation, we get perception. Okay. And through the sense organs, we get sensation. Results in perception. We can see the results in perception. And results in interpreting and giving meaning to the information received. We always give some meaning to the information received. That is perception. And here we just give the information. We just give the information. A general biological processor has more psychological and significance since the person's past experience and ideologies affect directly. Here we give the information by receiving that information plus experience, past expectation, past experience. These are must. Okay. So by these we get the perception. But in sensation, what we get, just that's the sensation. We don't require or give the past experience to understand for sensation. Okay. You just read it out today and tomorrow can ask question. Okay. Anyone have doubt? Should we end the class? Maybe tomorrow, or we need 1 or 2 classes maximum. Okay. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we will end the psychology class. Most of the syllabus covered. 2 or 3 things are, 2 or more things are remaining. Attention, learning, memory. What are those? And some 2 or 3 models also. Okay. Should we end the class? Should we end the class?
Okay, ma'am.
Please revise everyone and read. Okay. Anyone have doubts, so they can ask.